So we didn't really film that much this week. Actually, we didn't film at all. It was just whatever was on my Snapchat. But we're going to do the engagement tag, and we've been engaged for how long? Is that one of the questions?
Yes, it's one of the questions.
Never mind. So you'll see.
Gotta do it now, or it's not gonna happen.
Were you psyching out?
I almost psyched myself out.
Okay. So the first question on this tag is, how long have you been together?
Almost 4 years. It's currently January 8th, so the 24th will make 4 years official.
4 years. Are we 4 years strong? 4 years like all too long?
4 years getting there.
No. Getting where?
we're in the bulk process. We're getting stronger.
Second question is, when did you know you wanted to propose?
It's always been like a thought, you know, but for surezies, like late 2014, and then like when things just lined up, like way early January, like 2015.
2015?
Yeah, like
January?
everything just lined up. Like everything was just falling into place, so it's like, oh, yeah.
Why did you want to get married? What led you to your thoughts of engagement?
Well, here's the thing, right? So like, you should just watch the vlog because I explained it all over there.
Did you ask for blessings?
I did, actually. I asked Allie's grandma first on her dad's side, only because of the timing and situation and whatever. And I tried to get everybody else, but I think the most important ones were just like her parents. And then, because Nani, Allie's maternal grandmother, she had already like been talking to me about it, like, so when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna, you know, what's taking so long? So, I mean, like, it was important that I ask, but at the same time, just time constraints, because somebody just didn't want to go to work some days, and that's when I was planning on doing it. So anyway, I did it. So, and it's the right thing to do. You just don't want to go and elope, or, you know, especially if you watch the vlogs, how intricate it was to coordinate.
Oh, who is the most difficult person to ask? Person or people?
I think just your side, because it's like, when I ask my parents, it's just like, it's my parents, you know? And I think it was the hardest was the first one.
Grandma?
Which was your grandma, yeah. And it's just like, you know, that was the first one, like, all right, you gotta do this right the first time. This is not a learning thing. It's like, you do it or you don't do it correctly. So that was the hardest one. And then because it also introduced the whole thing where it's like, now we have to like bring up the question and then have them be okay with filming it. And yeah, anyway.
The next question is, how old were you when you got engaged?
I was 23.
He was 23 and he proposed to me on my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Next one is, when did you get engaged?
It was July 8th, 2015 at Disneyland.
How is it executed?
It's in the vlog. Anyway, so I had purchased the ring maybe a couple months even before we went to the States in June. I got it maybe like March, late March, early April, around the same time as we got the tickets for the trip. And then I had like thought about ideas, tossed them around, like, will it be at the Blue Bayou when everybody's at dinner, or because she's been wanting to go to that restaurant, or is it going to be like under the fireworks? And so there was just like a difference in opinion of what should be done. The Blue Bayou, just because of how expensive and good it was, but mostly expensive, like, it was just the two of us. And I mean, like, just having everybody there makes the experience different. So decided to go with the fireworks. I had a pickle because I couldn't get camp chili pickles. I got Disneyland pickle, and it was a lot of coordination between everybody and a lot of like smoke breaks / vape breaks, kind of like, you know, today's the day, don't be nervous, don't feel like you have to do anything, and which was, you know, taken into account. However, it was like not a now or never, but kind of just like the timing is right.
Were you surprised? I sort of was, sort of wasn't. Like,
I was surprised.
when it comes to the actual proposal, like timing and stuff, like I thought he was gonna propose maybe on our last day of Disney, but I figured that he would, like, if he was gonna do it, it would be done at Disneyland, just because that's what everyone's been like talking about. Like, oh, he should do this. It's perfect. You love Disney. Blah blah blah. Like, I figured it was gonna be done at Disney, but I had no clue that it was actually gonna be done on my birthday. So yeah, I was surprised. What does your ring look like? This is what my ring looks like.
It's small and tiny.
It is a black diamond, and I love it because, I don't know, I'm weird, and I like things that are different from other people.
She likes black. The color.
So, yes, my whole wardrobe is black, and I think black just matches with anything and whatever, so I like black. Black works.
Hashtag like your soul.
Yes, black like my soul.
Black like your soul.
Next one is, who was the first person you told? The first person I told was Shami.
Like when it was done, or
Yeah,
when...
after, like
Oh.
right after we got engaged.
I mean, like technically, it's just everybody that was around us, but told. I think
Like
Josh
someone you
and
didn't.
Alan were. They knew about it, but then like I kind of just like, hey, it's done, and then my mom like, hey, it's done. So my mom, Alan, and Josh, just because they were the most recent people that I seen that weren't even there.
The next question is, how long is your engagement?
Currently, it's like at 6 months, 7 months, coming up on 7 months.
I mean, we're
Today.
at 6 months right now.
6 months today, stateside time, and then as of right now, it's gonna be like a 3-year type
Yeah.
deal. So 2.5 years left.
Okay, if you knew then what you know now, what would you have done differently?
Maybe got a bigger ring.
Why?
I don't know. Everything just worked out fine. I would have told everybody what was going on
When it was happening.
when
so
it was
it could be,
happening.
like, recorded.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, when you're in that moment, you just kind of,
It's okay.
like, oh, it's kind of just like, oh, hey, like, it's happening now. And I was, in my mind, I was like, I gotta do it now, or it's not gonna happen.
Were you psyching out?
I almost psyched myself out.
Really?
Only because, like, the way it had to go was I would have lost confidence in what I was saying if I had stopped mid whatever to be like, hey, start filming. However, side note, I did tell Aiden it's time.
Aiden, gotta get the pickle.
And he understood that it was time to get out the pickle, so I would assume that he would understand that it's time to start filming. And it would have been super obvious, you know, it's like she was watching fireworks already, it was starting up. And so I was just like, yeah, might as well do it. Might as well just go for it. People will figure it out. People will figure it out. And they did eventually.
I wish my nails were done.
Oh God.
I wish my hair was nice. I wish I had a little bit of makeup.
It was also like after spending 14 hours at Disneyland already.
So,
13
I could
hours.
still look good. And the second to last question is, what advice would you give newer couples?
Take the time to learn about the other person
Yeah.
and be willing to compromise, but don't completely bend.
Yeah. Don't
Be
change
flexible.
yourself completely.
Don't bend.
don't change yourself completely just because you want the other person to like you. Like, don't do that. That's dumb.
Just compromise. Just know when to put your foot down and know when to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Just take a breather. That's how I handle things. Just, you know, if things just are escalating to that level, you just kind of just like, all right, let's just take it, you know, a little 5. Oh, wrap it up. You know, if it's just a person is new, like you don't know them really until you move in with them. You don't know everything about them. So imagine you stuck, you know, 9 months later.
PG? This is a PG.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Who said? Learn the person, learn to compromise, and be safe.
Any kind of relationship advice for me to give is really just communicate. Like, if they're being annoying, tell them they're being annoying. Tell them why it annoys you. Don't just like get upset at them and they don't know why you're upset, because then that makes no sense to anybody. You are just going to end up staying upset because they don't know what they're doing wrong. What advice would you give other engaged couples or like newly engaged?
Learn the person. Spend some time together. Do dumb things. Don't hold back. Go on adventures. There's like a checklist of things you need to do. You need to live together. You need to like cook for each other and then travel together. Only using your own money. We're not saints either.
No.
We've asked for help. However,
yes, we have.
for like 80% of most of everything we spend money on, that's our own money.
Yeah.
So
It's a good feeling, honestly. Or doing things on your own with your own money, like that's great. I love that we can do that. Like I feel like we're grown-ups, babe.
yeah, grown-ups.
Yeah,
But yeah, you know, shout out to the homies who've helped out in times of need. You know who you are.
you do.
So, I mean, outside of that, it's kind of like, you know, you should earn your own money and then come together as one to like decide how you're gonna spend it. Share a bill, because then you'll really find out like, oh, what's more important, your habits or your habits or your power,
Yeah,
or the smell of like piss not being flushed.
yeah. You figure it out, right?
You will comment, like, subscribe. You will comment, like, subscribe. Play us out!
She was sleeping. You okay?
Turn it off. Turn it off.